The X-Wing is ready to take on some Imperial Star Destroyer-sized enemies in today's game, the Dreadnaught Factor for your Intellivision. Let's go ahead and take the Dreadnaught Factor, pop it in my Intellivision, and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Today's game was nominated by Vince B., Rocky Raccoon, Jacob N., and David F. over at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you all for supporting the show. The Dreadnaught Factor was published by Activision and, according to BlueSkyRangers.com, was released in 1983. It was programmed by Tom Lowry, who also made the fun Worm Whomper for the Intellivision, which I previously reviewed in episode 460. The game would be later ported to the Atari 5200 and 8-bit computers. The manual opens with the following: sit tall, breathe deep, and gather all your courage. Zorbon Dreadnaughts, the most imposing battlecraft ever, fill the heavens and threaten planet Terra. Pilot your Nova Ray Hyperfighter through the Stargate and stop the Goliath aggressors by destroying the vital energy vents. Skill and cunning are your only advantage. If any Dreadnought reaches the Stargate, Terra may be lost. The Dreadnaught Factor is a space shooter for one player only with 7 game variations. The main objective of the game is to destroy all the large Dreadnoughts by bombing all their vents before they destroy your planet. However, it won't be easy. Each Dreadnought has a barrage of weaponry as well. The overlay that came with the game shows the simple controls: using the disc to move your ship, pressing right to go faster and left to go slower, the upper side buttons to fire your laser bolts, and the lower side buttons for bombs. Before going to battle, you are shown a status screen that shows your score on top, followed by the number of Dreadnoughts you've already destroyed to the right of that. Then a stack of dashes represents extra ships you have in reserve, followed by an X for the Stargate and the Dreadnought after that, and on the bottom right is the distance the Dreadnought is from the Stargate. This is important because if the Dreadnought reaches the Stargate with at least one missile silo intact, it will blow up Terra, ending your game no matter how many ships you have left in reserve. You also lose a game if you run out of ships. Dreadnoughts have many parts, including large and small cannons which fire at you, launchers which launch ships at you that look suspiciously like the Starship Enterprise, and towers which also fire at you, and bridges. All these can be shot with your laser cannon. Launchers can sometimes repair themselves in between passes. Destroying the bridges slows down the rate of fire for the Dreadnought, except on Expert level 7. Vents, missile silos, and engines must be bombed to be destroyed. Destroying the red engines at the back also slows down the rate of speed for the Dreadnought. It'll probably take you several passes to destroy a Dreadnought. Once you complete a pass, you'll return to the status screen before attempting another pass. With every pass, the Dreadnought gets closer and closer, and as I said earlier, if it reaches the Stargate with one missile silo intact, it will destroy Terra, ending your game. If you blow up all the vents on the Dreadnought, even if other parts of the ship remain, it will blow up, taking you with it, costing you your life. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a suicide mission. However, you gain 2 extra lives at the same exact time for blowing it up in levels 1 through 4 for a net gain of 1 life, and 4 extra lives in levels 5 through 7 for a net gain of 3 lives. If you defeat all the Dreadnoughts for that level, you win. Otherwise, you will face the next Dreadnought with a possible new design and potential increased firepower. Overall, there are 5 types of Dreadnoughts, although the first type is always the same no matter what game level you start at. Speaking of game levels, there are 7, with 1 being the easiest. As the levels increase, so can the speed of the Dreadnoughts, the number of Dreadnoughts, and the distance to Terra can become shorter. When the game was originally released, if you were able to complete level 4 or higher, you could send a snapshot of your victory screen to Activision to get the Dreadnought Destroyer patch. Graphically speaking, I thought the game looked nice and really liked the impressive size of the Dreadnoughts. There's not any music in the game, but only sound effects which do get the job done. I especially like how the engine of the Dreadnought slowly gets louder as you approach it in the darkness. Family-friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $30 loose, $33 complete, and $47 new. So what do I think of the Dreadnaught Factor? This game is really cool. I totally dig the David vs. Goliath or X-Wing vs. Imperial Star Destroyer vibe. It also controls fairly well, although I do wish there was an auto-fire option, as continuously using the side buttons caused some discomfort after a short period of time for me. I also appreciated the various game levels. The first 2 are fairly boring, but things really got cooking at level 4. Overall, I really don't have much negative to say about the game, and it's one title that I can recommend to just about any Intellivision owner. So where am I going to rank the Dreadnaught Factor? It's going in my top 10. I do like Cloudy Mountain more at 4, but I will give it a very narrow edge over Tarman at 5, since Dreadnaught Factor is better for a quick gaming session. So of the 60 Intellivision games I'm now ranked, the Dreadnaught Factor is slowly approaching the 5 position. The Dreadnaught Factor might be the best third-party game for the Intellivision. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. Join the Discord. Support the show at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to see you next time in the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and don't forget to target those engines.